All right, and so on the program this morning, we are taking you to another level because we want to really reflect a bit on how we can deal with non-oil exports. But this time around, we're looking precisely on agro-allied products. So a lot of times when we talk about what you can do, things that relates to exports, people begin to wonder how they can really be part of it and what is necessary. But my guest this morning is going to be talking about something which is really taking hold, especially in urban centers across the country. So this morning, we are boosting Nigeria's non-oil sector through agro-allied products. And joining me on the phone line, Captain John T. Okakpu is MD CEO of ABX World Business Limited, and he is also the chairman, Nigerian Agro-Export Setup Committee. So, Captain Okakpu, nice to have you join us. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right. So the last time we had a conversation with you was sometime in September 2024, which is something like 9 months ago. So what's the current status with the Agro-allied Products Committee?
Yeah, the current status, we're looking about the export part of the program, but at the same time, we have to feed ourselves first. So, and that's why we started what is called urban farming. People can farm in their compound.
Okay.
In my house in Lagos here, where I live, almost 100% of the vegetable I eat in my house, I get it in my house.
Okay.
The corn I eat, the yam I eat, I get it from my house here. So what we do, actually, we teach people how to cultivate, how to produce their own food in their own house, anywhere.
Okay.
And it won't take you that much, even if you have 20 by 20 feet space or you have 10 by 10 feet space. We'll teach you, we'll put you through on how to get it done.
All right.
Then people that live around the Keja, they will be in a position to be able to produce some of the products they export, like vegetable, eforero, shoko, ugu, and all those. We'll teach you how to produce this. Then you can produce enough to eat for yourself and for the buyer off-takers to come to your house and pick it up.
All right. So we'll talk about the potentials that are involved in this and how people can really tap into it even as the program moves on. But let's narrow it down first to your committee, which is the Nigerian Agro-allied Export Setup. So what is the mandate of that particular committee?
Yeah, it was a mandate by the federal government, approved by the federal government through Federal Ministry of Trade. It's a legitimate legal committee, and what we're looking at is how to narrow things out, because a lot of Nigerian products are wanted in the world market. The problem we have that we are not in position to give it to them. And when I talk about in position, we don't produce the standard goods, and those goods are not traceable. If you export your product now to Europe or to any part of the world and something is wrong with it, you cannot trace back where it's coming from. So when you get into agro-export, it's not going to My 12 or Ilekbo or Chanja Market or Sabongeri to buy something and ship. No, you have to be able to establish yourself.
Okay.
And that establishes what we are trending on by that led us to create an urban farming initiative whereby we can teach you how to produce this thing legally and with the standards.
So when was this committee? When was this committee set up?
The committee was set up in 2020.
So this is 5 years down the line?
Yeah, 5 years down the line.
So what has been the impact of the committee? So far, so good.
Well, we're still having some obstacle because of the bureaucratic process in terms of getting some approval. Under the EU and the UK, 90% of most of our export goes to UK. And under the UK program, we don't have what is called Nigerian export control measure. This is a regulatory system whereby the regulatory system have to really take a watertight measure in making sure Nigerians export the right products or the right standard. Right now, most of Nigerian goods are banned in a lot of places in the world because people do things anyhow. People don't follow procedures. People don't follow guidelines. And the reason because we don't have a watertight regulatory system. So that watertight regulatory system is what we are working hard to put in place. But due to the bureaucratic process, this administration, this government has really made an impact. They've really showed us that they want to make a difference. But the former administration was just all blowing a hot air.
Okay, so without going into comparisons, let's touch down a bit on the relationship. So what's the connection between your own committee and the Nigerian Export Promotion Council?
We are a private organization. This is for both private, even the Nigerian Agro-Export Setup Committee includes both the private sector and the public sector.
Okay.
We even include some of the military personnel are there too.
Right.
So it's a mixture of all the sectors put together under one, so that we can streamline and get what we actually need to be able to do non-oil exports.
So is there any point where you still have a handshake with the Nigerian Export Promotion Council?
Yeah, we work with them. We have some people on Nigerian Export Promotion Council as a member of the committee. So that's but still, there's still some work need to be done.
Right.
Because dealing with the government bureaucratic process is a problem. It's too much of one too many things, and if you don't collaborate with them very well, things will not work. Because if anything goes wrong with any of our products, they don't contact the private sector; they contact the regulatory system.
Right.
The Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service have a lot of role to play in this system. And they're trying their best, but their best is not good enough. But they are improving by the day.
So who are your direct stakeholders then?
Direct stakeholders, number one is Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service.
Okay.
That's number one.
All right. Okay.
Then you have Nigerian Customs, you have Nigerian Export Promotion Council that comes in later, and some few others. Federal Ministry of Trade is where that comes up with the policy involved in the policy framework that goes with agricultural export and other exports.
Okay, so you are still working on the regulatory framework for the products that will be standardized and exported to other parts of the world. But you said before you can do that, you want to feed yourself, you want to feed Nigerians first, right?
Yes, you need to feed yourself. One thing good about this export program is that whatever you export to them, they have to make sure that you're eating healthy too. For example, there's a lot of chemicals that are banned worldwide that people are still using in Nigeria. That is not good. Okay. If you use that to produce local food and use the international one to produce for them, they still won't go buy from you because they want you to be alive so that they can be dealing with you.
Right. So let's begin to look at your specific projects right now. You talked about urban farming, right? How is that faring?
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Oh, it's coming up excellently well. Because with urban farming, I think we can eradicate hunger in Nigeria. It's very, very, it's coming up very good. People all over Nigeria are keen into it, and it's coming up well. If you can produce about 50, 60, or even 80% of the food you eat in your house around you, that will eliminate a lot of stress in the market. Also to better the environment. You know, most of these plants during the day they breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen, so they better the environment too. So it's a win-win situation for every Nigerian, every human being on this planet Earth.
Right.
So urban farming is the end thing now.
Okay.
Not only that you feed yourself healthy, you make some money. We'll put you through. We'll teach you for free. The knowledge to do this is free completely. You get it free.
Okay. So have you done any kind of training for people?
Oh, we've been doing training. We've done one already by our lead trainer is one Tope Lawal Abdulrahman. He's our lead trainer in Nigeria. And we've done one on the middle, I think on Saturday.
That was June
14th. The second one is coming at the end. The third one or the fourth one is coming at the end of June. And we're going to have about 2 training in July. And we are looking forward of doing it every Saturday.
Right.
From 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And it's virtual. It's online. You don't have to go to a specific building.
Okay. So I'm curious. It appears most of the areas and those who are benefiting from this those are in Lagos, or do you have base in other parts of the country as well?
Urban farming is a nationwide program. Anywhere urban, in Abuja, in Jigawa, in Kano, they're everywhere. We have coordinators in all the all the states in Nigeria and all the local governments.
Okay.
So there's always a place. Like I'm speaking to you, there's some places in Nigeria they're going to. Sometimes they give free seats. There's some not well-to-do people some needy people that might need help.
Right.
We normally solicit for organizations and individuals that are well-to-do to donate free seats for these people. like vegetable seeds, like yam seeds, potato seeds, and all those things.
Right. I was just
Like,
about asking you, what particular products can people really go into for urban farming? What particular crops?
all forms of vegetables. Then yam, corn, okra. Okra is part of vegetables and all those. All forms of vegetables, they do very well in any environment. Like Lagos here, Lagos here has the atmosphere is more salty, so and vegetables they thrive a lot. Ogo, shoko, and wedu and all those stuff. You can do that. We do, as a matter of fact, we do our farming in a sack.
You mean it? Because I was just having a conversation with my colleagues earlier on, and they were like, "Well, if you have compounds, if you have compounds that are cemented, I mean, the objective of trying to do farming might be defeated." But you're saying the strategy is different. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a sack. We put sand in a sack. We put you through. We train you how to do this. For the trainings are free.
Yeah, but can yam grow in a sack?
Oh my God! This year I'm going to harvest minimum 300 tubers of yam.
You mean it?
In a sack. Yes.
Wow. Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Once people join us through you,
right,
we'll show you how this. You see the video trainings, you see all the trainings, and all the physical aspect part of it in different parts of Nigeria.
Okay, then just give me 1 minute. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning we're boosting non-oil sector with agro-allied exports, and of course I am speaking with Captain John T. Okakpu, who is the chairman of the Agro-allied Setup Committee, and we are reflecting on this. We're going to take a short break. When we return, how is the committee addressing challenges in the agro-allied sector? We'll also find out from him some of the success stories that the committee has achieved so far so good in promoting agro-allied products. These are many more. Plus, we'll be hearing from you too, and that'll be on 09153 877127. A brief break. We'll be back.
The Nigerian Shippers Council is now better poised with responsive systems in place to help you and other shippers get seamless, stress-free transition for your clients' goods from point A to B. Today at the Nigerian Shippers Council, timeliness, orderliness, transparency and efficiency is all we care about. Put your complaint through to our helpline 0818-888-8895. Visit us at number 4 Ayodele Shoyode Lane, Apapa, Lagos, or reach us on www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the point of your need.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the port of your needs.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Maritime today is the program, and I still have Captain John T. Okakpu with me. He's the chairman of the Agro-allied Setup Committee, and of course we're reflecting on how we can boost, the non-allied. That's the talking about the agro-allied sector using strategies that he's been talking about. Igondo Corridor, would he tell you there's a breakdown there? It's a saloon car, but what's the latest with it? Control room, keep us posted. Also at Kushofe, we also have an empty truck broken down there in Ward K2, affecting those of you who are coming in from the Kurodu end. Slow and steady, that's the name of the game. But beyond that point, it gets better. Ojota all the way, Maryland, and areas like Fadi is still looking pretty good as well. If you're making the journey to the island via the Third Mainland Bridge, it's also looking good. From Yanowuru, Unilag Waterfront, Adekmulu to Adeniji, all these corridors still looking pretty good as well. All right, then. So let's get back to the conversation. So, Captain John Okakpu, so how can people really tap into this urban farming, which you've been talking about?
You can give them my number. Contact me at 0803-400-7475. It's a WhatsApp number. Send me a message. We'll give you the link how to join urban farming. And we have one Dele Ogunleye as the coordinator for Lagos State. You know, we get to know all the coordinators.
Now, what's the number again? For some people are sending messages already. What's the number again?
0803-400-7475.
Okay, 3400-7475.
Yes.
Okay, so once they send a message to that line, they're able to get how to be part of this.
WhatsApp, yeah, we'll give you a link on how to be a part of it and how you can be getting the free training and all the videos and every other thing that goes with it.
So how long will it take for someone to really get into this and start farming? And how long will it take? I mean, if he goes into crop vegetable farming, for instance, how long will it take for him to harvest the vegetables?
Some vegetables you can harvest in about 6, 7, 8 weeks.
Okay.
You can even plant both cucumber, watermelon, and it depends on the duration of each of all these vegetables, and all these things. Plants are different, but mostly we do vegetables. Ugu depends on also to get this thing started. It won't take you more than a day or two to get started.
All right.
We'll put you through how to get a sack, get the sand, the type of sand to use, and the type of manure. The manures are mostly poultry waste and cow dung, natural manure, including the pesticide, because sometimes people go through a lot of pesticides problem. How to do natural pesticide using dogoyaro leaves.
Wow.
You don't have to buy chemical pesticides. We'll teach you how to do natural pesticides, and those natural pesticides, they also serve as a fertilizer too. Regular dogoyaro leaf, soak it in water for 7 days. The smell is awful, but it works very well.
Wow.
Extremely well. So these are part of the things we teach people how to do. You can solve your problem around you, but people don't know how to go about it. So our responsibility is to put you through how to solve your problem.
Which is good. All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM 09153877127. If you want to ask any question, feel free. He's talking about how you can tap into this. Do you have a call? Okay. All right, then there's a message here. It says, "Good morning, Victor. Nigeria has been talking about moving away from oil for years. Why do you think agro-allied exports are one of the strongest paths forward?" Namdi is sending that question to you, Captain. So why should non-allied exports be an area people should look at?
We are private sector, OPC, organized private sector. Most of and agro exports is mostly 100% private sector driven. The only issue, what we normally do is to work with the government to create the enable environment.
Right.
And that's okay. But now we are looking for people. Nigerians need to get involved, because now we are looking for Nigerians that are ready and dedicated and serious to go into this field. You train, you get certified, you get more than off-takers you need. Okay. But you need to position yourself first. That is the problem.
All right. Then this one says, "Captain John, I've heard a lot about goods." Okay. Do you have a call? Okay, let's take this call. Hello there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Victor and the girls.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
My name is
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ikeja.
Okay, go ahead, Andrew.
Please, I want to know how to access the training. If I can get information about it.
Okay, good. We'll give you the number just before the end of the program.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And as a matter of fact, this caller is calling in Ikeja, and I'm in Ikeja too.
That's pretty good. All right, so I was just trying to get into this. I think there was a caller, somebody who was sending a message. Let me see if I can get that message right away. But the number for Andrew who's listening right now, what's the number for people that can connect with you so that they can get this training?
Okay, the number is 0803 400 7475.
0803 400 7475.
It's a WhatsApp number, so they can send me a WhatsApp, then we'll respond immediately.
All right, this one says, "Captain John, I've heard a lot about goods getting rejected abroad. Please, what exactly causes that, and how can we stop it?" Bidemi is sending this one in from Palm Grove.
Yes, it's we have to. Nigerians are pretty much, including me, we like shortcut. People don't like following procedures. If you follow the procedure, our goods will not be rejected. You have a situation whereby people cut corners. People want to maximize profit. You don't cut corners in agricultural export because it's food you eat. So if today in Nigeria, we don't even have certified farmers in Nigeria today.
You
we
mean
don't
it?
have any. No, we don't have any. Kenya has about 3,000. South Africa has over 2,000. Ghana is about 1,000. Every nation in Africa has at least 10. Nigeria is 0.
So-
Nigerians don't want.
So who's
don't-
supposed to be regulating that? There should be people that will certify farmers to say these are.
People are in as much as the government will regulate, but people need to show interest, because even the ones that are in Kenya or another part of Africa, most of them are private sector. Nigerians like shortcut. People like to. You see, what the Nigerians like to hear mostly is like, invest 1 million naira this week, next week come and collect 2 million.
Which is quite unfortunate, really. All right, there's a message here that says, it says,
it doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
it doesn't work that way.
This one says, good
because
morning.
when you plant your vegetables, it takes time for it to grow.
That's very true. So it takes a
At least
process.
6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Right.
So it's a process.
Okay,
We don't
then.
have to be following shortcut in everything we do.
Because of time
Shine your eye,
constraints,
shine your eye.
Captain Okakpu, quickly, this one says, good morning. Are there regions in Nigeria that are just sitting on gold mines, agriculturally speaking, but aren't exporting yet? Thanks, Sheon Ibrahim, sending that one in. Another one, he says, good morning, sirs. For young people like myself looking at agriculture, logistics, or exports, what opportunities do you see for us? Isaac is sending that one in from Ikeja. But we do not have much time, really. So as we round off, people can connect with you with what number? Once again?
With 0803 400 7475 on WhatsApp.
Okay.
And let me just say this real quick. Niger State alone can feed the whole of Africa. Niger State alone.
You mean it?
Yes. That state alone can feed the whole of Africa with everything they need in terms of food. But it's not being done.
Okay. All right. We'll look at another time when we can bring you in so that you can give us more in terms of what we need really agriculturally to be food secured in Nigeria. And then we can also feed the rest of Africa. Captain John Okakpu, nice having you on the program. Thank you so much for connecting with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay, then. So that's how far we will go on the program this morning. But of course, lots of revelations really as we try to boost Nigeria's non-oil sector through agro-allied exports. And Captain John Okakpu has taken us to the classroom. Dio Anthony has produced the program as usual. Maximum shout out going out to Rebecca Adamu, who's Assistant Director Public Relations for the Nigerian Shippers Council. Deborah Johnson in the building, as well as Onurio De Goodness. Maximum shout out going out to Kwayemi Shodunke and Remy Aluko of our social media team. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. Connect with the Shippers Council on all their platforms at NG Shippers. My name is Victor Oteri. I'm out. Stay very much within. Bye.
From A to B, from A to B, from north to south, from north to south, from east to west, from east to west, from port to port, from port to port. You can ship your goods and feel good too. Oh yeah, Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the point of your need.
The Nigerian Shippers Council is now better poised with responsive systems in place to help you and other shippers get seamless, stress-free transition for your clients' goods from point A to B. Today at the Nigerian Shippers Council, timeliness, orderliness, transparency and efficiency is all we care about. Put your complaint through to our helpline 0818-888-8895. Visit us at number 4 Ayodele Shoyode Lane, Apapa, Lagos, or reach us on www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the point of your need.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the port of your needs.